So, so. Oh shit. Oh shit. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just trying to get my shit together where it stopped beating my fucking thrall. Anyway, um, let's talk about Steve Hoka. And of course, I watched the shit from ah, I watched the shit from fucking Bill the Great House and shit like that. And so, yeah, let's actually watch some more videos with this motherfucker. And I got a surprise for you guys. I'm gonna actually do a video where these motherfuckers actually had a video together. So let's go ahead and watch this shit.
Today's date is the 29th of June, 2020, about 12:05 p.m. Eastern Time. And I want to get this off my mind real quick. I was listening to a chat early this morning that we upload by a guy named First. And First, he goes by the name Cyber Incelmatics. And toward the end of the chat, I don't know the timeline, but there's a caller in there that was saying something, and I've known this for years, is that he says that only good-looking people, attractive people, can exude their generosity and kindness.
Wait, what? No, no, he did not just say that. That only attractive people can exude their generosity and kindness. He didn't say that, did he? Like, how? How so, motherfucker? How so? Because I know for a fact that people are kind and all this other good shit and generosity. Like, they are literally. Where's my fucking horse? They actually have these characteristics no matter who or what they look like. That's not how shit works, dog. That's not how shit works. But let's continue.
And I'm going to sum it up like this, that basically what this boils down to is if you want to do charity work in today's day and age, especially if you're a man, you'd better be good looking. Because what is going to happen if you're a guy that's generous or want to exude your kindness is if you're seen as creepy, unattractive, or God forbid, they think you're just trying to meet a woman, they'll tell you to go pound salt. They won't say it that way. They'll say, oh, we don't need your help. Our charity, our Habitats of Humanity, we have enough laborers that can, pound nails and whatnot.
Wait, what? Wait, what? Wait, I'm nobody is gonna turn down help from somebody who genuinely actually cares about helping other people. Nobody's gonna tell you you're creepy because you don't look a certain way and all that other good shit. Nobody tells you that. I'm sorry, I haven't seen this bullshit where, oh, this person is creepy, so we don't really want his help. I've seen the shit where people literally use their charitable work to actually creep on motherfuckers. I've seen that. I've seen it where people actually use their charitable works to try to use it as some shield to say like, hey, you should really like me because I'm giving. But to say like, no, only good people get to be charitable, that's not some shit that I've actually heard of, seen, or heard people actually discuss. Now it goes to be said that I'm sorry that, if you're using being charitable out of the wrong way, then yes, of course people won't call you out on that bullshit. But you're being charitable is how? How? Let's continue.
Um, and this is weird that he mentioned this because I thought about this probably 2 years ago. I thought, these people that are, why does it always seem that always good-looking people tend to have a better chance of being doing generous things? Like you see beautiful girls that volunteer for Habitat for Humanity. They'll maybe join a church group and do charity work for the homeless. And you'll see a lot of attractive people that'll be put in these positions. It's all about the looks issue, and it's showing how jaded we really are as a species. That society really dictates whether or not you can exude your kindness and generosity. Now, you can go ahead and volunteer behind the scenes to do something like,
So here's the thing, and I want to address this, Hulk, with you. So no, people are, and I'm also addressing the video, so don't worry. People aren't gonna sit back and say that it's not about how people look. If you actually put a lot of focus, a lot of, you know, how do I say it? A lot of attention on how you look, and you're using some of the things to actually otherwise kind of like leverage how somebody should treat you and should respect you, people will call you out on that shit. Is when you don't put a lot of leverage on that, when you're just kind for the sake of kindness, people are okay with being around you. That's a thing. And I get it. I get it. Like, there are some people, and I know a few of them who are. Let's be honest. They've had bad shit happen to them, and they have this whole mindset that penis is bad, and like, oh yeah, let's hate things with penis. Those aren't the norm. Those are actually the exceptions. And to be honest with you, very honest with you, I see those people who do that no different from people who blame all women for some of the problems that you may get with one or two. So let's continue.
maybe you visit nursing homes, maybe you play the guitar for people, maybe you do things, and you can do it, but they're not going to be overjoyed by your generosity. They're going to see you as just an ugly person, an ugly guy, or a creepy guy that's just doing charity work. But if you're harmless to them, they'll let you do it. But they really don't allow for you to socially interact with people on the level that you want to. And this is interesting because I thought about this too. You see these really attractive girls, and this falls into Maslow's hierarchy of needs, where once you reach the third part of Maslow's hierarchy of needs, which is social acceptance and by your peer groups and family, then you move on to the next level, which is your hobbies and your higher end things like reaching self actualization. And I thought about that because a lot of people don't understand how much looks play a part in being able to do like charity work. It's huge. And gone are the days where the old, crotchety old man could maybe do something. Like if you were, let's say, wanted to give meals to the homeless, but you were a one-armed Vietnam vet, maybe you had a stump for an arm and you only had one hand to dish out, or maybe you had a hook of an arm. I am willing to say that they probably would tell you, because of course there would be people in the line that would say that's gross, that just creeps me out. I really believe that they would find some way to tell you, Fred, we appreciate your service. We don't really need your help.
Wait, I'm sorry, and I'm going to respond to the chat in a second. But wait, like, there are people who literally have abnormalities with themselves that are encouraged to. They're literally encouraged to be, you know, donate their time, donate their efforts. Like, is this what this lookism has actually devolved to? Eugenics light? Like, the undesirable people shouldn't be in the society. They shouldn't be helping society. Like, I'm kind of at a loss for this shit. And no, I'm gonna be honest with you, Hulk. That let's address that comment. What ends up happening is, in a lot of cases, what seems to be seems to be that men aren't just being able to be hired, is quite literally some of the jobs that a lot of women get hired for, men don't want to take. I work in a call center where literally I see a lot of this shit happening. And also, let's be honest, if somebody can take a job for a lower wage, if it's going to be competition for a lower wage, they're literally businesses will hire somebody that they think that they can get away with paying a lower wage because they can. So no, it's not the masculine man that's are like. No, it's not even that. It's the arrogant assholes that are really causing a problem. And I would definitely agree with that. A lot of the people who are arrogant assholes literally cause problems where they have so much insecurities and so much issues where they place a lot of shit on themselves. Look at the shit we just did with Coach Red Pill. They have these insecurities where they would like cause a lot of issues. But you know what? Being a male teacher, see, the reason why that's so frowned upon and male nurses are so frowned upon is also because of the issue where they're not seen as male jobs. They see as it's prejudice of males can't be nurturers to young children. It must be something wrong with them. And that comes from the toxic masculinity of saying that only women have, patience to deal with children. So I get exactly what you're saying, but it's not that society sees it as, oh, well, we just don't want men in around that situation, but it's literally comes from the whole women are nurturers. Not necessarily true. I know a few male teachers. And it's not this whole perception of this whole perception that a lot of people think that it's something going on. Like, no, like, and let's be honest, that's also a product of what's going on with sexism because, quite frankly, women can be predators just as well as men can. They can. We have evidence of it. We see these, and these aren't just one-off cases. Yeah, of course. And so we need to fucking change that by actually changing that narrative, by actually not just expecting women to be the caregivers of young children. That's the thing. The men's right advocates who advocate that says child support is theft of men's wages, but they never want to. They actually these are the same men that thinks that women should be back in their place in the kitchen and barefoot. And I'm not saying that you're like that. I'm not saying that. But it's like they want their cake and eat it too. And you know what, Hulk, I would love to actually have this conversation with you in a general topic, like for real, like because I, to be quite honest, my channel is a channel where I don't just sit back and just have me bloviating at the fucking screen, because like this is what my channel was about. And dude, why don't you email me and we can have a deeper conversation? My email is crimson60620, and we can actually set up a time at Gmail, because this is a conversation that I would love to have with you. And that's one of those things where it's just like, dude, my channel is about outreach. That's the reason why I do these fucking videos. Exactly. And you know what the thing about it is, with the whole teachers being females teacher abusing their young boys, female teachers, that shit is gross as well, because that causes predatory behavior. I'm not one of those people that believes that if you're a victim of assault, you're guaranteed to be somebody who's assaulted. Yeah, crimson60620 at gmail.com. And But we have instances where that shit has hurt people in the long run. Look at the shit that happened with one of my favorite artists at the time was R. Kelly. Like it's been said that he was abused and that led him to abusing underage people. So yeah, no, for real. Yeah, it's gross when you're somebody in power taking advantage of your power, be it child or adult, somebody who's mentally isn't able to give consent. People, two adults where one is intoxicated isn't able to get consent. That's fucking gross. Like one of my biggest turns on is enthusiastic consent, and if you like it doesn't take much to actually ask for consent or, have somebody exhibit consent. And you can't do that with a fucking child. I'm sorry. It's not informed and it's not enthusiastic. Here, we're off on a totally different topic. And fuck. Email me and we can actually set up a time we can have that conversation because I actually like talking to people who may have a difference of opinion about that. So let's get back to Steve because let's get back to this guy.
And I really do think that that is the bottom line. I've talked about taboo subjects before in the past, about how certain subjects are very taboo, namely, obviously, this TFL incel thing. But one taboo that people won't talk about is the ugliness of who we are as a species, that even Christians go through this. I say Christians more than even Jews because I think Jews do more charity work than Christians do per their...
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Did this just go super religious? Wait, did this go super religious? Wow. Okay, let's go.
population, and a lot of Christians are very driven by the looks issue. They're driven by the money issue, and yes, they do. A lot of them do very good work, but I do think that unfortunately in today's day and age, the megachurch era, mini megachurch era, and I've gone to some of these mini megachurches, they tend to be very driven by looks and status and money, and youth is a big thing with these groups is youth, and so.
Wait, I'm sorry. Like the thing about it is, we know why the Christians are going after the young people. It's not because the way they look and all the other good bullshit. No, it's literally because they're trying to propagate their religion to the next generation, and a lot of young people are just like, no, fuck your religion, fuck your organized way of trying to make me feel shitty, and fuck your hierarchy. Like seriously, a lot of this shit. A lot of the reason why they're trying to go after the young folks because young folks are like, fuck you. Speaking of fuck you, let's poke this motherfucking ass. Anyway, let's go.
I thought about it, if you joined like a church today and you said, hey, I'd like to, join the younger people and, do that prison ministry, or I'd like to go out into the community and, witness with them the word of the Lord. I really think that you would be hard pressed to be able to succeed at that if you were older, over a certain age, you looked a certain way, you might come across as being a little bit on the Aspie side, Aspergian side, or maybe high strung, or maybe you talk too slow, maybe you're slightly retarded. I really, really believe.
Whoa, our word alert, like, oh shit, he's about to swing that fucking tail. Anyway, no, that's not everybody's quote unquote ministry is actually speaking with people. That's not what everybody's ministry is. Not everybody can actually sit up and be the public the public specter. Like I know myself, I know personally for myself, like could I do this in front of a live audience as much as like live in front of people? Ooh, wait, why does Twitch hate me? Oh yeah, the R slur. But no, I know I can't do this in front of a live audience. I can have a conversation with you guys, and this is one of my things where I like to have a sit back conversation with a lot of you guys and just talk about the shit like in an interesting way instead of just preaching at you motherfuckers. But like no, that's not how these motherfuckers actually think. They think, oh, another frost shot. They think that, everybody needs the center of attention, and if you're not beautiful and attractive and shit like that, then you must be ugly or some shit like that. And that's not how shit works, dog. But let's continue.
This is such a taboo subject to talk about, and people don't like to talk about this because it hits right at the heart of what and who we are as a species. Is that you would not be met with a positive reception. You probably would have to understand that if you're being rejected from doing charity work, i.e., not being able to express your kindness and generosity, I think it's a high probability that you are not seen as desirable to people. Now, this can work itself both ways. It could be with a woman too. I'm not going to say it's just men that deal with this, but I think that what we're going to start seeing in the future with charity work, as it relates to the looks issue and men in general, is that most of your charities are going to only recruit women. Okay.
Wait, what? Wait, what? Like, I'm. Wait, what? How though? If you're going to a charity believing that, hey, this is a great way of, like, I know you shouldn't do this, but I doubt the sincerity of some of what this motherfucker is saying about why he does charity. Like, okay, antidote Andy here. Hi. I give to people. Especially when I was at work. I used to give to people because, like, quite frankly, I am somebody who doesn't like to see people without. Even if it's like simple creature comfort shit. Like, I used to be king at the dollar store that I used to go every day during my lunch at work. And people was like, hey, could you bring me back shit? And I personally just like would bring back shit. And then people would try to give me $1 back for the shit that I was at the dollar store for. And I would literally tell them, like, yo, don't give me your fucking dollar. Like, I wouldn't say fucking because it was at work. Don't give me your dollar. If I'm worried about a dollar, then shit is more dire than that fucking dollar. I wouldn't have went to the store if I'm worried about $1. And that's the thing, like, if you're doing just charity because, like, you don't like to see people fucking suffer, no matter how you look, no matter what you look like, no matter what disability you have, if you able to do it, then people are gonna fucking take it. I mean, like, and I know that there are prejudice. I know that there are fucking stereotypes that are out there. I fucking get it. You're right, Hulk. Like, people don't like male door-to-door salesmen because of the prejudice that was actually built up by some of it is by the media, of course, but some of it is by the whole nature of how men are told to act. So I fucking get it, and everybody would like to try to buy something from somebody they feel that they can fuck. Like these are things that we fucking know, but the actual act of charity, if you're somebody who thinks that somebody shouldn't be charitable because of the way they look, because of the parts that they were born with, or the parts that they may have lost during the time on this fucking earth, then you're not a good person. You're not doing charity to do charity. You're doing charity for some kind of status. And that's fucking disgusting. Likewise, if you're doing charity to get a fucking social status, then you have a fucking issue. But let's continue.
Okay, you're going to have basically Habitat for Humanity. I know they build homes. That's a manly thing to do, but a lot of women are doing pretty well at that stuff too. Is you're going to have maybe one or two men that have experience in building homes, old timer guys that have a wife and 15 grandchildren, a guy that they're not going to be creeped out about, and you're going to have like an older guy, two older guys directing the all female project. He's going to say, "Hey, girls, pound the nails in this thing, and I can, my buddy and I, we can lay the foundation of this building." It's still going to be men doing the really technical stuff like the electrical, but the women are going to participate. It's going to be like an 85%. It's going to be a situation kind of like road.
Hold on. Hold on. Did he just really say that there's going to be, like, you know, if somebody doesn't look good, if somebody looks good and they're creepy, they're also going to be saying that no, we don't want their fucking charity. I don't think he gets that shit because, like, really, like, he just laid out a very, very meaty fucking straw man. It's not the that they're old, that they're actually thought of as okay to actually work in a charity. It's not that they're handsome that they're thought of working at the charity. Literally, it's I don't know. I don't fucking know. And one of the things about it is like this is the funniest fucking part about it. Um, it's fucking building a house. We have actually made life so much better now that building a house doesn't take a shit ton of muscle and brute strength to actually build. We've modularized that shit to where it has become just more effective and people are able to do it a little bit better now. But let's continue.
The riveter back in World War II. All the high tech stuff was done by men, but women still were good enough to do the riveting and the assembly line and whatnot. And you're going to have a situation with these charities like Habitat for Humanity where they're going to only want predominantly women in these charities, particularly attractive women, but basically women in general. And then you're going to have, I see the same thing with veterinarian technicians and secretaries at vet offices. They're almost exclusively women. I haven't even seen a gay.
Wait, what? Wait, what? What? Like, literally, a secretary has actually been something that has been normalized to be a woman's job because they felt that women they're all nice. They can just sit back and take fucking notes. Like it goes back to that thing that I was saying about nurses. I don't get this. Like how how like I, let's continue.
Guy doing this, let alone a straight guy. You're going to see all the charities. Like another charity that would not require technical skills that women would dominate would be like working at a pet shelter. I see this a lot today. I love animals. I love cats. I wish I could adopt every cat, but I simply can't.
Wait, he said it as if that this situation hasn't been in place for fucking years. Like this is what I don't get. Like he is literally saying it like it wasn't already an expectation of women to be in these positions. Like I know we're in quarantine and lockdown and restrictive opening and all that other good shit, but last time I checked, like it is literally in like it's been so normalized that a woman is a secretary or an office manager that it's been in movies for years. Like, am I missing that? Wow. Let's continue.
Can't afford it. I don't have the time to take care of 25 cats. I've got two of them, and I had three up until about 2 months ago, but the one passed away, and it's very emotional about that. Another story. But so I have two.
Press F in the chat for his pet. Like, damn, that's fucked up. Like, I don't like pets. Like, seriously, my thing about pets is just like, dude, I wouldn't want to be put in a cage somewhere. So I don't see why we done that to some pets or domesticated them. I get it. Like, it's just like I'm a fucking libertarian when it comes to pets, and I know how they actually help people with companionship. But it's just like I I just feel bad myself with having a pet because I don't want a creature, a living, thinking, feeling creature to just be around for my enjoyment. And I know that's not really how a lot of people see pets, but just like, dude, like shout out to the people who take care of pets. Like that's the thing. And when you lost one, like man, that's like losing a member of a family, and that's probably another reason why I wouldn't want a pet because I know what ends up happening that humans outlive their pets. So yeah, I'd rather have pet thralls like the one that's lagging fucking behind. I'm sorry, I'm tripping. But anyway, let's go.
Cats. I can't adopt every cat, but I thought, oh, maybe I'll just go out and join a pet charity and offer my services to the world and show people that I love animals and I can get very lovey-dovey with stray kittens and stray dogs. Well, you know what? No, that's a girl thing. That's only going to allow they're gonna see you for once or twice. And they're not going to call you on the phone and say, hey, Steve or Joe, get to this place. You said you're going to do charity. I think they're going to take one look at you. They're going to look at the charity. They're going to see all these pretty young girls. Maybe they're veterinarian tech.
Wait. What? What? Wait. How do you come up with that? How does that come up when you're saying this shit? Like, how? Please help me out with that. Like, if you're volunteering at a pet shelter, you're volunteering at a pet shelter. You they're always asking for volunteers. They're not going to turn you down. The only way a volunteer is turned down if the person acts a certain fucking way. I don't get it. It's just like, personally, man, like, I personally wouldn't volunteer at a shelter because I just like no, like I probably, like, when it comes to like living things like pets, like, yeah, like, seriously, I just wouldn't know how to to deal with them. Like, it's just me and weird around pets. But that still wouldn't cause an issue. It's probably because you're being weird around humans. Like, it may be primarily young people. Like, that's one of those things where it may be just seen as a young person's job because you don't get paid any much, and maybe you're surviving or living off for somebody. Yeah, shit like that. Um, yeah, like, seriously, it's not even a perception of somebody being young and attractive. It's somebody being young and doing work that they're probably not going to get paid a decent wage or a living wage for. And I would actually believe that more than anything else. But let's continue.
Students, maybe they're going to vet school, and they're going to say, "Oh, no, no, we got enough people doing charity for our cause. But if you want to help,
Like, he just said it. It's like people that may be going to vet school, people that may literally have a a different way of, like, I don't know. It's not as seen. It's seen more as an internship, I should say. Yeah, those are words. But it's seen more of an internship versus just a volunteering thing. And if that is the case, if that's what's given, you already know why they're choosing these young people, so they can actually start their career in that way. But yeah, no, there's still people like Hawk in the chat says, is like, there are people who literally, would steal their shelters that will take older people because, it gives them something to spend their time helping and giving back to a community. But let's continue.
can donate some blankets, or you can drop a check in the mail, which is fine. Okay, that's the next best thing you can do. But in a physical presence sense, you're not going to be able to do the things you want to do because of age, sex, and looks. I mean, it's not an accident that all these charities like Habitat for Humanity or the APL, the Animal Protection League, or your local pet shelter, they only have these young, pretty, vibrant young girls working there. And Alex Ansary talked about this too one time. He says the corporate world is getting to the point now where these bosses are, it's almost like a sexless harem where it'll be a married boss with a wife and kids, but he wants to be surrounded by beautiful girls, so he hires nothing but attractive females to work there.
Wait, what? What? Is that all I got to do is start a corporation and just have my harem? Like, no, I'm joking, guys. I'm joking. So here's the thing: has wokeness in a sense of catering to wokeness going off the rails? Of course it has. But this whole idea of fucking, like, this, which is truly just another version of authoritarianism, of people actually trying to play towards a fucking a crowd, play towards a situation where, no, I should have some more arrows, where people are trying to play towards a a perceived group of wrong people versus literally, fuck. Oh my. God damn. Okay, here I come, Lotus. Fucking Lily. It's a perceived group of, like, no, like, there aren't, they aren't playing towards that. Now, could it be that there is a wave, or not even a wave, a condition where a lot of men are not working in certain fields because they're one, their required pay amount may be higher, and so jobs are actually taking, a rush to the bottom approach of wages and who they're hiring. That's a big issue that's happening in America. That like companies are looking to try to squeeze that bottom line so much more that they're just trying to take people who may take less fucking pay in order to facilitate the increase in that bottom line. But that doesn't just equate sexless harem. Like, I'm sorry. And a way to fucking making sure that a way of actually making sure that bosses don't have that power by democratizing the workplace. Worker co-ops, motherfucker. Increasing minimum wage to a living wage. And motherfucking Medicare for all. But, let's continue.
And so he's got his little harem, minus the sex, obviously. But he's a married guy with kids. But he's got these beautiful girls working. This is Caitlin, and this is Mary, and this is Joni, and
Wait. Okay. Spoiler alerts. Just because you're married doesn't mean that you can't fuck people and they work in your office with you. I'm sorry. That's not a thing. Like, oh, magic ring power, like, activate this. This isn't fucking Captain Planet and you got hard. Like, yeah. And that's look, Hulk, you have absolutely no idea of how much you're fucking right on this, because we've been beaten down as a society to take what the fuck you're given and be happy about the shit. And that's the thing. Like, this is the thing that I don't get about a lot of these motherfucking red pill motherfuckers, all right? So, here's the thing. And what's the title of this video? So I fucking remember it. Unattractive people are like, if you want to actually go to like, oh my God, like, I'm not one of those class reductionists, because I believe class reductionists is stupid as shit. But it's just like, at some point, these red pill motherfuckers should actually be like, yo, they're fucking us over, and us just getting mad at each other is like, kind of bullshit. And women are lonely, men are lonely, and instead of actually just addressing that, people snipe at each other. But fuck this, let's get to the motherfuckers on top. I really fucking believe that. I really fucking believe that a lot of these red pill motherfuckers, not in the sense of getting women, not in the sense of making themselves look better, should actually just start preaching to make their lives better and everybody else's lives better around them. Hey, why don't we do a little bit more socialism? They preach for it like government mandated girlfriends or shit like that, or you better give me a chance no matter how I look. Like, that's like look socialism. That's look socialism and shit like that. But it's the fact that they want to still be king top shit of the king fucking mountain. Instead of saying like, look, yo, why don't we try to take care of these issues that societies are pushing us apart about, and then we worried about getting our dicks wet or vaginas penetrated or, whatever fucking floats your fucking boat. Like, seriously, this is what I don't get about these motherfuckers. Like, it's never a prescription. It's always a prescription to change society to make sure that men aren't lonely. Well, a way of making sure that men aren't lonely is making sure that people are spending less time at work. Making sure that people are having more of their, masochistic hierarchy of needs fulfilled, of making sure that people have a roof over their head, a place, food to eat. Like, literally, if we start taking care of this shit where people ain't working 8, 10, 12 hours a day, and they have more time to self-explore, work on themselves either physically, mentally, or emotionally, maybe we would have a better motherfucking way of men and women meeting and people not being so lonely. Yeah, Hulk. These are the people that want to have government mandated girlfriends, but they want a woman to love them just for them being them. Oh my god! Oh my god! He's here! He's here! He's in my chat! Oh, Jill, my Sundere! Oh, Jill, can I see your booty? Can I see your booty, my Sundere? Jill. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry, guys. I have to do that every time Jill's in the chat because Jill, as you know, he knows he loves me, and he loves it when I digitally touch on him. Oh yeah. Oh, but let's get back to the video.
Whatnot. And charities are very much like this now because charities do not want undesirable people. And I talked about how there's these taboo subjects you can't talk about. Like I mentioned one time how you almost never see amputees in public, people missing limbs. I saw that all the time in the 70s and 80s.
Wait, I gotta put Conan down for a second. I have to put Conan down for a second. Um, wait. What the fuck did he just say? What did he just say? That hold on. What do you mean that you don't see people who are amputees in fucking public? We've been in a fucking 20-year long ass war, roughly, give or take, of veterans, people missing limbs and shit for 20 years. And what do you mean they're not in public? Like, what? What? How? I don't get it. Like, wow. Like, how? Like, wow. Let's continue.
And even through the early 90s, you don't see amputees, you don't see real blind people, not actors pretending to be blind, but I'm talking the real blind cane with a little red tip on it. You don't see people like that in public anymore.
That's a fucking stereotype. Oh shit. Wait, what? Even Jill is like, how? Like, wait, what? Oh god. Oh, like, oh god. That's a stereotype. We are not walking around and seeing people look like fucking. We're not seeing people look like Mac Murdock up in fucking real life because it's a stereotype. Oh god. We're not like. Oh god. We're not seeing people walk around like the three fucking blind mice. Oh god. Oh god. How is people like this alive? Like, I keep telling people that I keep telling like my friends that it's nothing special about me. I'm just crazy enough to believe shit like or not believe shit, but I'm crazy enough to think about shit in just a different manner. But like I question humanity sometimes where motherfuckers like really think that you're supposed to see these stereotypes of people. And you know what happens? Like seriously, it's like do you even people? Are you around people? Like for real, like yeah, Here's the reason why you don't see people with missing amputees and shit like that, because prosthetics are getting better, not just to look better, but to offer more form and more like, wow, like what existence do you have to live to actually just not understand that there are people around who are different from you? Like, wow, wow, I don't get that. Wow. Let's continue.
And I have a sneaking suspicion that our society has told these people basically take a hike, don't come out in public anymore. And I would even say they probably have, the Veterans Administration probably has, and in fact, I know they have these special apartment complexes that are cordoned off for strictly, handicapped soldiers. So you literally are pigeonholed and trapped in a world of just being around people of your own kind, which is fine, but it does ostracize.
Wait, what? The like, wow. The VA is telling, like, am I missing something? The VA is telling people that they can't go out in public because, wow. Ah, I this is just this. Wow, wow. Let's continue.
You from society. So I wanted to talk about that. Like I said, it's a radical issue to talk about. I know it hurts people's feelings to hear it, but I think that people need to be confronted with their ugliness. So the name of this video is going to be only good-looking people or attractive people can express their generosity and charity. That's the fact. Again, most of you guys, you autistic guys, maybe you guys are 25 and maybe you got a lisp or a slight cranial deformity. You're not going to be invited to work in a pet shelter.
Wow, wow. I'm at a loss. Like, he is he is really going light eugenics in this motherfucker. And I say light eugenics because, like, eventually it turns into full fledged eugenics, but like, he is literally going light eugenics in here. Like, wow, wow. Like, I don't, I, oh wow. He said the like, and if they don't go to the motherfucking sectioned off places that they should be at, what would happen to them next? Like, should there be a solution to them who don't want to listen? A final solution? Like, the fuck? Like, he is literally going full fledged eugenics, an American original. But like, fuck. I am I am at a fucking loss for this. Wow. Let's continue.
Um, Even if they knew you weren't going to hit on the women there, they're just, you're not, you're going to make people feel uncomfortable. And this is a taboo subject. This is hitting so hard at who we are as people, particularly the Christian churches. The churches have all but given up this notion of real kindness. The churches claim to be preaching the word of God, but they're really not doing the work of God. And we're all guilty of it, including myself. I've done it in the past too. But as I gotten older and as I've realized that what is happening to you in your life, unless you got some severe social disorder where you're actually antisocial, you're no troublemaker. Most of it's not your fault. It's just who you are, the way you look, the gray hairs you have, the facial structure, the sex of yourself. I mean, obviously, age, like I said, is a big.
Okay. So I will say this. Dude, yes. A lot of who you are, you can't change. And that means that if you are somebody who also, and here's the thing for some people of his particular ilk, if you are, you know, trans, you can't change that shit. If you are um if you are not heteronormative, you can't change that shit. So cool, great, fucking awesome. But like, dude, like, oh my god, like, nobody is sitting back and just saying that ugly people need not apply. And I'm sorry, like, I I want to see if this works. Um, um, like nobody is saying that shit. Like, I'm sorry, like, I, wow, like this is a reason why you should like listen to like the full fucking set of some of these videos, because like some of these people when they go like they go deep at the very end of their shit. But like, and yeah, no, look, is ageism a thing? Yeah, fucking ageism is a thing. And to be quite honest with you, I would say a lot of people suffer from ageism. Are people who of a certain age that believe that they can't go far because of their age, which I think is bullshit. Because you know, people you can learn at any age. It's about being willing to learn and willing to accept that you have a deficiency in something. So yeah, ageism is a thing, and we should actually try our damnedest and hardest to try to fucking fight against it, because nobody is past their their point of being accepted in society. No one is actually I would say um yeah, how ugly is a subjective word term, but it's really about trends, about what's attractive and what's not attractive. But mostly it's really attitude, and I hate to do the whole attitude type thing, and it's far from the whole just think better about yourself. But a lot of it is really just attitude. A lot of it is how you perceive yourself based on a reflection of society. And we need to actually not only work to better ourselves in a way where we, feel better about ourselves, but we need to change the perception of society, because that is what's going to help everybody in the long run, instead of thinking that people are just looking good or things of that nature based on conventional standards. Um, we actually would have more of a way of people. It's just one of those things where we just like a lot of people just need to actually just change their conception of what's beautiful and shit like that. And it takes work, and it's not something that can change overnight, but at least we can actually start addressing people who feel lonely or left out because they don't meet some subjective standard. And I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I won't bend to what society tells me to do if it's if it means that I'm not hurting somebody, then fuck society. If I'm hurting somebody, yeah, of course, shit, fuck that. Like, no, nobody's entitled to hurt another person to just fulfill their needs. But yeah, no, if it's you're not hurting anybody, you're just making people feel uncomfortable by who you are, then fuck society. Fuck society in particular. But anyway, let's go on to the next video. Let's see. Let's see.
And
Let's go on to the next video. We're making good time here. We're making good time. So, anyway, how's everybody's weekend been so far? Yeah, mine's I worked yesterday, so shit like that. Um, well, I think that because of our capitalist system, Hulk, that a lot of people, unless we change that system, a lot of people are going to eventually be in substandard living conditions or dependent on the government. And the thing about it is, companies are so fucking dependent on the government right now. Like, look at what's going on with the Fed Reserve. And to oversimplify it, and I am oversimplifying it, but effectively, a lot of companies, a lot of banks have basically been on the government dole now. They're making loans to banks, and banks are just getting those loans reinforced by the Fed. And quite frankly, corporations love to tell people, "Oh, get up and work hard for a living and all that other good shit," but in reality, they're the biggest welfare queens there are. Until we actually get these motherfucking corporations under fucking control, where they are not beholden to shareholders, but are more beholden to stakeholders, which are the employees and their customers, we're gonna keep having this issue where corporations think the government is bad for you, but it's actually great for them. So yeah, hold